Okay guys, it's time for trousers. Oh, that is a loose doorknob. This is the trouser section. Now, it looks okay-ish in terms of organisation, but the issue is there's lots of trousers on each hanger. So, oh my god, that weighs a ton. So I think this is going to be a relatively long video because I got a lot to try on here. So let's get straight into it. Right guys, hello from me and my knickers and a white t-shirt. We're filming Testing Basics at the same time as this video, multitasking like a pro. Let's just start with whatever is at the top. These are from Under the Stories. These were sent to me for, oh, we're quite exposed here, aren't we? Oh no, it should be okay. These were sent to me for an Instagram post that I did, a sponsored Instagram post I worked on them with, to promote a new store opening in London. Where I can remember, I'll give you that much detail about how I acquired every pair of trousers, but I might not have that much of a good memory. These was relatively recent. So they're like khaki green wool trousers. Let's tilt ourselves down a touch. Can we see me all there? Yeah, khaki green wool trousers with a button up waist. I really like them. The length is what I struggle with on these, because they're not quite cropped and they're not quite long. And I'm being entirely honest, I actually don't think I've worn them beyond the styling that I did for the Instagram post. But I really like them and they went down really well on Instagram for that post. Just looking in the mirror. I might hold on to these for a few more months and see if I manage to get wear out of them in spring. I also think, and again this is just being completely honest, as you can see I've got a lot of stuff in my life. So where things are in the wardrobe sometimes means they get forgotten, and I think these have been sort of towards the back of the wardrobe. So I'm going to hold on to those for a bit longer, see if I get some wear out of them. These are from COS. Now I bought these around this time last year actually, because I remember wearing them when I was in Miami, which was last March. They're like a paper bag waist brown trouser. I also wore them when I went to Athens. And I loved them, and the reason I haven't gone on to wear them that much going forward is because they don't photograph well, which is not something most of you guys have to worry about, but they, like, I think they look really cool on in real life, and then something about them in a photo just doesn't translate. As you can see, they're a touch shorter than those Under the Stories ones, which I do find easy to style, but because of the way they photograph, I'm gonna say goodbye to these because I've consistently not worn them to shoot stuff for that reason. So these are the first on the see you later pile. Here I have some ones from Weekday. These were sent to me when my eyes were swollen up, which will have been last May. They're like a checked, high-waisted, there's a really similar theme of style of trouser going on here. High-waisted, they're like a crepe material. And the other two are more woolen material, whereas this is a very textured, crepey sort of material. Again, I really like these. They're kind of really baggy over the crotch. I just keep going to check myself out in the mirror here. Yeah, they're sort of baggy-ish over the crotch, and I think I wore them a couple of times. I wore them in Amsterdam last summer, and for a couple of dinners in London, but not that much since then. I think I'm going to part ways with them. I know that I've got some other ones in here that I'm going to love more. So I think these can go on the see you later pile. I need to be ruthless with this section as well. What have we got here? These are attached to a hanger. These are Under the Stories ones that match the pinstripe blazer that I have. I think I bought these. I bought these well over a year ago now. It will have been not this winter, just gone, the one before. And yeah, they match the blue pinstripe blazer that I love, the oversized blazer. I wore these a fair bit, but they're just a bit too short for me, and I feel like they're kind of too awkward almost. But they're a really nice thick wool trouser. They're literally the identical material to the blazer, and I'm pretty sure this is a style that Under the Stories have continued to do. So if I can find them, I'll leave a link for them. I love the thick wool, and some of them I just wish they were a touch longer. So because of being picky, I'm going to say goodbye to them. I also haven't worn them in probably about a year now. One pair that I'll definitely be keeping and will never part ways with, these Toteme knitted trousers. I'm pretty sure they've redone these, so I'm going to try and link them in the description box. The only negative about them is that they have given quite a bit. Like you can see, they're a bit baggier. So when I wear them now, I tend to just roll up the waistband once, so that they're a touch tighter. But these are like the perfect fitting black pants. They're a ribbed knit. They have kneed a bit as well, which is another negative, but I just love the fit of them so much and how they look. They're also so incredibly comfortable because they're all stretchy and knitted. The perfect length, just amazing, amazing, amazing black trousers. I would love to be able to get them a different colour if they ever did them in like a cream or a brown. I think that'd be so nice. So we'll never part ways with these. Oh my gosh, these I must have had for about, I bought these in Paris when I was with Mum and Harry, and I'm pretty sure I was still living at home at the time. 5 or 6 years maybe. They're from Sport Max. There's some amazing black tailored trousers, and I used to be obsessed with them. They're unfinished tailoring, so they're crazily long. And it was when like I used to be really inspired by Victoria Beckham's style. I'm slightly less so now. Still think she's incredibly stylish. But I was just always wanted really long black tailored trousers to wear with court heels. And the length, like these are so crazily long, like they come down over my heel. But like I said, it's because it's an unfinished hem. And then they're like a low rise, really classic fitting trouser. Nowadays I'd be into something a lot more high waisted. I think I'll part ways with these. I haven't worn them in a long time. And they were one of those pieces that I thought I'd just have forever and ever, so which makes me think, should I hold on to them, and maybe like in a few years time I'll regret having said goodbye to them. But like I said, I don't think I've probably worn them in like 2 years, maybe even longer than that. I was so in love with those when I bought them, and that was a long time ago. Here, another pair of trousers I've had since living in Manchester, so quite a while as well, are these Dickies baby pink trousers. I am desperate for these in black, but they're really hard to find. Got them off Urban Outfitters, and they're a specific fit, like they don't do them on Dickies all the time. These pink, really like workman style pants. I'm definitely going to keep these. Like, I have a bit of a thing for pink trousers, which we might see a couple more pairs of as we go through this. But these, like I love the Dickies logo and stuff. These still fit me really well. I think they're really flattering. I love how thick the fabric is on them. Love the baby pink. Like, I can end up wearing these every spring and wear them quite a lot with evening looks with heels. But also they look good with slides and stuff like that as well. So these will definitely, I'll be keeping them. And I just so desperately want them in black. They're such a good trouser. And like I said, I kind of think the Dickies logo is really cool. Don't ask me why. Oh, who remembers these? I bought these in New York 4 years ago maybe. Tibby culottes. If you remember these, you've been watching for a long, long, long time. I used to love these. I used to love culottes. Like, what happened to culottes? They don't seem to be as much of a thing anymore. Oh, these still fit so good. They're these mustard cropped culottes. Just looking in the mirror. Oh, a culottes gonna come back around. Like, this feels so far removed from what my style is at the moment. Again, it's that really cropped leg and the wide leg. What do we think about these? Keep or sell? The fit of them is beautiful, and obviously they're Tibby, so it's a beautiful brand. And like, I think I only ever really shop there when I'm actually in New York. I don't know, they're so like, I can't see myself wearing them anytime soon. But then they're too like beautifully made and cut to give away on the off chance that they'll come back in style. I'm undecided on these. I'm going to put them in the sell pile for now, but they could be removed from that pile depending on what you guys comment. I'm so sorry about that banging in the background. There's a building site at the end of the road, and it's literally like, I can't wait for it to stop because they're doing it all day long. These are from Celine. I bought these at Bicester Village last summer in the heat wave. I went to Wimbledon with them and we got to go shopping for a day and got a voucher. I think it was like a £700 voucher or something. It was pretty hefty. Maybe more than that. Anyway, I bought these in Celine. I had to have them slightly tailored because they were a touch big. And obviously they're incredibly creased coming off the hanger, but they're just beautiful. Like, I really love white trousers. And they've got buckle detailing on the side, which I'll be honest, comes undone a lot on one side, which is really frustrating. Let me come in closer so you can see what I'm talking about. This like constantly comes undone, which isn't great. And obviously because they were at Bicester, they were discounted. So yeah, they've got buckles at the side, like tortoiseshell button-up fly, which is all hidden. I didn't have the length changed, I just had them taken in at the back a tiny bit. These are like, when I put these on compared to the TB trousers, I put these on and I'm like, these are forever trousers for me. They're so good for evenings. I'll wear them so much in the summer on holiday for the holiday evenings. They're just perfect. And Ultraline obviously now feels like something really special. I also love the fact they're slightly off-white, so it doesn't matter about trying to match a pure white if you want to wear it with a white t-shirt like this too. So these are going nowhere. Okay, these are some leather trousers from Under the Stories. They were sent to me last October. Like a cropped straight leg leather pant. They're so good, they're like the perfect leather pant fit. And I have a bit of a soft spot for leather trousers due to my love for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm definitely keeping these. I haven't worn them in quite a while. Actually, I haven't worn them this winter. But I think like a decent pair of leather trousers is well needed in every wardrobe and will come back around often. So those are a keeper. These are going to be a keeper as well. These are some Reformation linen vintage trousers. In LA, Reformation have a normal shop and Vintage Ref, which is basically just hugely overpriced vintage because it's in a Reformation shop, but it's not branded by Reformation. Anyway, I managed to find these perfect fitting white linen trousers that I am obsessed with and have worn them so much throughout the summer and can't wait to wear them again. They're just like a vintage white trouser basically. And I think white trousers are going to be a massive part of my spring summer wardrobe. I'm going to do a video really soon about pieces I already have in my wardrobe that I'm excited to wear the most through spring and summer and how you can style them with new pieces from the season. So keep an eye out for that, and these trousers will definitely be in it. This banging is ridiculous. Okay guys, I've just moved us into the living room where hopefully the banging is a little less noticeable. There's building signs close to the back of the house. So yeah, the white linen ones are definitely keepers. These are also going to be keepers. These Sandro camel trousers. I got these when I went into store to pick out some new pieces, which is when I also got the shearling coat that I have from them. And yeah, I haven't really worn these that much since I got them, but I definitely will. They're such a good fit. I struggle with trousers like this in winter because I don't like how boots look with them. I much prefer wearing these with like some chunky slides or something like that, or a two-strap heel in the evening. So these are the kind of ones I'm really excited to wear more going through into summer, especially with just like a t-shirt like this. This is definitely my kind of look for the summer. So expect to see this style of trouser more from me. So those are a keeper. Oh, another keep. These Isabel Marant ones. Who remembers these? When did I buy these guys? Last January maybe? Over a year ago? Oh my gosh, the washing machine's on. I give up. I really feel like giving up today. Yeah, these Isabel Marant trousers I still absolutely love. They're like a really thick cotton with a big zip fly. They're really flattering over the bum. The only thing I don't like about these trousers is when you sit down, this is huge. Like, again, this is kind of a specific thing for shooting outfits. Like, I can never shoot these sat down because you literally just like, it's like this billowing bit of material would be the only negative I would have to say to them. But other than that, I really like these and still continue to wear these. I wore these most recently in Barcelona a few weeks ago, so they still come out often, and I find these easier to style up with wintry shoes as well. Like my brogues and stuff, I love them with those. These are my Under the Stories ones that they sent me recently that were a good dupe for the Chloe ones that I have, which I'm sure will come across very soon. My beloved Chloe ones that I also bought at Bicester Village, but more recently than those Celine ones. And then yeah, I got these off Under the Stories because they're a really similar fit, because obviously at Bicester Village it's not available anymore, and it's Chloe, so it's mega pricey. Whereas these, oh no, wait, these are the wrong ones. I'm talking about the wrong ones, so sorry. There's another pair that are very similar to that coming up. These are the more peg leg ones that are still from Under the Stories. They were sent to me maybe in like October, I want to say. I've worn these so much because again, they're just a really flattering shape. You can really see a consistency coming through here in the kind of trousers that I like. I also am a lover of a trouser, hence having so many. So So these I'll keep because they're such a good black pant, and I would hope they're still available online. Okay guys, I'm making some sort of progress. Oh, these are the trousers I graduated in. I wore these with a Victoria Beckham white mini dress over the top, and then some really high, what shoes did I wear? I think I wore my Saint Laurent. No, I didn't. I wore some sort of two-strap heel. Oh, I've definitely lost weight since having graduated. But they're like a flare Alexander McQueen, bought them in sale at Harvey Nichols and Lee's trouser. They're so flattering. I haven't worn them in absolutely ages, but I would never ever part ways with these just because they kind of have sentimental value. But the fact that I graduated in them, and they are so flattering as well. Like, I feel like they're such a classic style with the flared leg that I would end up wearing them again in the future. So she'll keep those, but it is mostly for sentimental reasons. I've got here some mango ones, which you guys might remember relatively recently. I remember filming in these in my old flat. I can't remember exactly when it was. But they're also a flared look. They're also too big. Oh, I think Zalando sent me these. From Mango by Zalando. Like these creamy, long trousers. Now I'm going to part, oh, they've got a big block mark on them. I'm going to wash them and then part ways with them. Because in that mulberry bag you can see here is a new pair of trousers I got yesterday at Cheshire Oaks, which are really similar style to this, but just a much nicer fit, and they're linen and they're just much nicer. So I'm going to say goodbye to these ones because these won't offer me any styling options that those mulberry ones do not. Here I also have some Gucci trousers. Net-a-Porter sent me some things way back the August that I moved down to London, which is also when I got sent the Stella McCartney blazer that was in the coats video. And honestly, don't know why I asked for some bright pink Gucci trousers, but I did. I've actually worn them relatively often to say they are so bright pink, and the fit of them is gorgeous. Would never have spent this much money on these trousers myself. Would never spend this much money on trousers that weren't classic black or cream or something like that. I prefer the Dickies ones, the ones that I just tried on earlier, if I'm honest, and don't know what these are going to offer up styling wise that those won't. These are a much more tuxedo kind of fabric, so they are smarter feeling. But yeah, what do you think? To sell or go? Let me know. I'm sort of on the fence. I haven't worn them in ages either. I think the last time I wore them will have been last summer. With a black denim jacket and some big sunglasses, I can remember the outfit. Okay, the Buffy trousers are up next. These are super recently, and I got them at the end of last year from Amanda Stories, who sent me them. Definitely not for everybody, but if you are a bit of a Buffy fan, then these are like perfect. I'm still waiting for my dream fancy dress party to come about that's Buffy themed, and then I'm so in my own element, and I think I'll keep these for that moment, but also to wear outside of Buffy themed events, because I just think they're really cool. They're not a forever piece, obviously, like I'm sure in a few months' time I'm never going to pick them up again. But for now I still really like them, and they're good fun and everything like that. So these are a keeper for now. I have a pair of denim flares here that I've had for years. Again, I remember wearing them when I went to Stockholm with Harry, which must be 5 years ago now. They're from Workwear, a shop I haven't looked on in so long. And I took the hems down on them to make them really, 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 really long. They're like such good, really wide leg jeans. They're so 60s. They're a bit big now, but they're quite a lot big now. But you have to wear them super high heels. I'm stood at the top of my tiptoes here. The most leg lengthening things I think I probably own. I'll keep these forever. I think there's just so, the pockets on them, the stitching. They were such a good find. I probably need to get them taken in a bit or always wear them with a belt now. And I don't think this style is for everybody, but I personally love it. Really, really like it. And like I said, I've had these for so long and wear them relatively consistently. Like a few times a year, which I know is not loads, but they're always on rotation in my wardrobe. Guys, I found the End of the Stories ones that I was talking about before. The ones that are the Chloe dupes, where I just got all mixed up. These are them. They've got a wider leg fit rather than the peg leg like the ones I just had on. So this is why they're really similar to the Chloe ones. Fabric wise, they honestly don't compare. I can't pretend they do. The Chloe ones feel way more luxurious. But these are just a really good straight leg black trouser, and I'm hoping that they'll still have these available as well. Anything that is still available I'll link, because they're just like for workwear, day to day, whatever you want to wear them with. Really easy to wear, and I have gone to wear them quite a bit despite having the Chloe ones as well, which are my favourites. We'll get to them very soon. Yeah, I have worn them quite a bit, but mostly got them to test out how much of a good dupe they were for them as well. Who remembers these from Paul Smith? These were sent to me once again when I was still living in Manchester. God, I love these trousers. These are a keeper, 100%. A really high-waisted, they're also a bit big now, but thankfully they have this tie belt so I can make them work. I remember buying these, so they were sent to me for a project, and then I remember I started first going to personal training in Manchester, not long after getting them, and they quickly became too big. But they've always worked because of the tie waist, and I love the yellow stripe. I've worn these so much on holidays. Like once I was in Italy wearing these with a crop top, and I loved it, and some splats. I've worn these with like t-shirts and trainers and a leather jacket in London. I will always love these trousers, I think. I just think they're like a nice colour, and yeah, really me. As I said, I'm a fan of a trouser. Next I've got two pairs which are identical but in two different prints. Both are from Toteme, and both I've bought myself. They're like the ultimate summer trouser. I'm pretty sure these black ones are still available. Gosh, these are crazy. So they're a black silk trouser. I have to come in close, it's impossible to describe. So the fabric starts from here and then splits, so it splits right from the top, but obviously it never splits that much, and then goes all the way down the leg in a split. So your leg can come out like this, and does come out like this when you're getting out of cars. That's the only thing. So every time I get out of the car, I'm like, there's a lot of leg. And when you sat down as well. But when you stood, they just look like this. And walking, you get a bit of leg, but not too much. I wear these so much in the summer. They're obviously very lightweight, so really nice and cool and breathable. And they look great with slides. Just, yeah, amazing, amazing trousers. I love them. So these ones are the second pair that I got. The first ones are the printed ones, which I got back when I was in Manchester. I think I had these taken in as well. If you're gonna get these, size down. Like I'm an extra small in these, and these were small and I had to have them taken in. Now, I love the print of these, still do. Somebody once left a comment saying this print, vagina. Like it just draws all the attention to your vagina. And it kind of ruined the trousers for me. You can see what I mean about the split a bit easier with this pair as well, not the black one. But I love the print. I want to honestly know, if I hadn't said that or someone hadn't commented that, would we all look at them and just think, vagina? Because I really want to keep wearing them, but every time I put them on, I'm like, vagina. So I haven't worn them in so long because I'm so worried about my vagina in them. And it's just not something I want to be worried about. So I need your honest opinion, because I want to keep them. I love them. I love the print. You know I'm the biggest Toteme fan. And these are even more summery and more summer appropriate. But vagina. So yeah, let me know. How many times did I just say vagina then? Okay, we're burning on old cookers, running on old gas burners, whatever the phrase is. And to the stories once again. Oh, somewhere I'm going to have to get rid of some cream trousers. Someone's going to have to come and make me. These were sent to me last September. I remember shooting them in my old flat when it was empty, so it was just before I handed back the keys. And they're high-waisted, I'm keeping them, I'm sorry I can't part with them, they're too good. High-waisted, wide legs, like every other pair of trousers I've shown you in this video, but seem to not be able to give up. They're kind of a bit, like the crotch is a bit low is the only thing, like I've got a lot of space there, kind of looking a bit like Lil Wayne, but that could work, possibly. They're nowhere near as good as the vintage Reformation ones or the Celine ones, obviously. So should I keep, should I stay, or should I go now? I think I want to keep them. I really like them. Okay, I'm going to keep them. This isn't going well. My mum's going to be watching this and ripping her hair out. We all have pieces like this that we bought and we should have bought. When you've got a specific event or a thing and you're like, I need some new clothes, and you don't need new clothes, you're just not trying hard enough, and you go and buy new clothes, and then they often tend to be the clothes you end up never wearing going forward. These fall into that category. Generally, I'm really good at not doing that anymore. I fell foul to this last summer for Copenhagen Fashion Week and bought these trousers. Right, These are them. It took me a while to get them done up. Quite a while. Who dares to message me? It's Lindsay. Yeah, these are from Isabel and Marant, and I bought them under the circumstances I just described. Some really high-waisted, almost like worker-style trousers. They've got some really gorgeous detailing on them. This little ring pull bit here, some big pockets, this all going on at the back, a button which is, there we are, that was satisfying. I do really like them. Do we think I should hold on to them for a bit and see if I actually start wearing them? The only thing I don't like, again, with Isabel around, seems to be a running theme, is there's a lot of extra space in the crotch, like, you know, a lot of extra room to grow here, but it's not a place I'm expecting any growth anytime soon, so I'm not too sure. Let me know what you think. Basically, whether or not I keep them for a bit longer and try and wear them, I regret buying them, and should know better than to buy things in that way, but clearly I don't, so here we are. Undecided on these. They also take about 4 weeks to unbutton. These are from Jacquemus. These were sent to me in November, which was very exciting. There's some brands when they email you and say, we'd like to give you something, and you're like, moi? Surely not. And this was one of those moments. And I picked these leather trousers that were so wildly out of my price range. They would never enter from my wardrobe any other way aside from gifting. They're burgundy with a zip side, so simple, very wide legged. I found I've only really enjoyed styling them with heels so far. They look great with a court heel. They look a bit too baggy and not flattering with a flat, but with a heel they're amazing, and I fully intend to keep them. They're kind of a bit big, but the simplicity like through this, it's literally just panels of leather. I think they're so nice. These are definitely a keeper, and will also pinch me moment when they said they wanted to send me something. I love these so much. Brown wool trousers that I cannot wait to wear exactly like this with my new black Chanel belt, which I showed you guys quite recently, and some slides and some sunglasses. This is me through spring and summer, especially in London where it's, well, unless we have another heat wave where it's like mildish. This is completely my outfit. Trousers like this, which tempts me just to find keeping about 70 pairs of the damn things. But these I love. These were my favourite sale purchase. Now we're coming up to the Chloe trousers, which have been heavily referenced. Like I said, I bought these in Bicester Village without a voucher. I bought them with my own money, and have worn them, you could even say relentlessly, since. I don't think I've ever found a pair of trousers that I felt fit me or were just made for me like these. I remember trying them on and I was like, I think I'd literally murder a man to own these. They're so good. Thick, thick, thick wool trousers. They do have a bit of space here, but that's because I've kind of got a really bendy back. So I do wear a belt with them quite often. Really nice big pockets on the bum. They're just the best. There's nothing more I can say about them. The best. My favourite trousers, I'd go as far as to say. Cord flares from the line by K. Still a brand I really, really, really love. These do make your bum look really good. I haven't worn them in a while, so maybe it won't make my bum look good anymore. But they're these burgundy flares with a popper fly. And they look great with heels. And yes, they are nice and flattering over the tush. Very, very, very skinny through the tops of the legs and then down into flares. Because I don't have another pair that fit quite like this, I think I'll hold on to these. They're like a really good night out trouser because they're kind of sexy but different. I haven't worn them in bloody ages, I'll be honest. I think the last time I wore them was last Christmas. But I still really like them, and I think, like I said, they're just a good piece to have in my wardrobe that I'll reach for every now and then for a night out. I bought these myself as well. I'm a big fan of the line by K. Some more Buffy trousers here. These again were sent to me from And Other Stories, the snake leather trousers. Definitely not for everybody, these, but they are for me because of Buffy. Ow, that was a bit aggressive. Yeah, they're a dark snake print leather trouser with a grey bit running through. They kind of don't fit that great, I'll be honest. Like, And Other Stories haven't nailed the fit with these, and they're very stiff, so they're really hard to bend your knees in. Like I wouldn't. Oh, that's kind of like it for the range of movement there, because of the stiffness of them. However, in every generation there is a chosen one. She alone's forced, no, how does it go? Oh god, I can't believe I've forgotten this, it's like my anthem. Anyway, they just make me feel like Buffy, so I'm holding on to them. They are cool. I've only worn them once, I'll be honest, and I'll be doubly honest and say, wouldn't necessarily have bought them with my own money. They were sent to me, like I said, but I do think they're super, super, super cool, but not a forever piece. But generally I would recommend Down Other Stories for leather trousers. Like I said, those black ones I have are great and their leather's really good. So I'd happily buy leather from And Other Stories. I just don't think I'd have spent my money on a snake print pair of leather trousers. I remember wearing these a lot in Mauritius. And they're these, I think a lot of you guys will remember these, because I've worn them a fair bit. Stripy, cream, wide leg, straight leg, high-waisted, silky trousers. I wore these a lot through evenings in summer, like on holiday with sandals and a white t-shirt again. But I did wear these a lot last summer, and I think I'll wear them a lot this summer. They're like a nice, more evening-y vibe to them than the linen ones that I've got, and they're a lighter weight than the Celine ones, so they're more appropriate for being somewhere hot. But I think if I'm keeping those, I should say goodbye to the other And Other Stories ones, the cream ones that I just tried on previously. Because I don't think we need them all, do we, if I'm being honest. Yes, the Mulberry ones need to go to the tailors to be taken in, but you shall see those very soon as they have been to the tailors. I'm going to take them today, hopefully. So I'm going to show you those because they're like these amazing flared linen trousers. They are on my Instagram, but I just want to get them fitting perfect before I show you properly. And yes, this concludes trousers. This has been a huge section of the wardrobe. I knew it was going to be big, didn't think it was going to be this big. Things that are going to be going on my Depop as of next week. I'll leave a link for that in the description box. And finally, going to get stuff online now, which I'm really pleased about. And yes, next up, what should we do next? We've kind of done the bulk of it. I don't have many skirts. T-shirts, I'm midway through testing basics, so I want to finish that first. What else? Shoes? Maybe shoes next? Shoes is going to be a hell of a category, but I reckon we should do shoes next. So next up will be shoes. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. Links for what is still available or any similar things will be in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you're still here at the end. We've moved location and everything through this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.